Welcome to Big Brother. I'm Gretel Colleen. It's Saturday night. Can you believe there are only 2 more sleeps until we find out the winner of Big Brother? That's if we can sleep, because we are in for the most exciting nights of the series. This is racier than the greyhounds, wilder than an angry Shana, shinier than Gemma's lips, spikier than Gordon's head, smoother than Eduardo the Latino pool cleaner. It's gonna be big. Across Australia, people are getting ready, fluffing their couches, stockpiling snacks, loading the fridge. The clock is ticking. There are 48 hours until the final eviction. So get comfy and start the countdown with me. Tonight, it's final eviction fever. Who will go the distance in our house? Ex-housemates tip the winner. We cross to the UK Big Brother house as they near the end of their 2nd series. And talk of romance between Gordon and Anita. Is it on or just a flash in the pan? Also tonight, a mental form guide to the final 3. Our resident psychologist Bob Montgomery gives us the scoop on the emotions of their final week. Plus, we'll catch up on the highlights of the week and the latest overnight action from the house. Big Brother mania is in the air, and here is someone who has spent the last few days riding in the eye of the storm. Our latest evictee, our favourite ballerina, Christina. Welcome.
Hi, how you going?
You look fabulous. How's the week been?
Oh, it's been amazing. I can't believe the response to the show. It's just been so positive and everything's going fantastic.
Anything horrible happened?
Let's see, a guy pulled up in a car and asked me to get in, but besides that, it's all been good.
Geez, I consider that to be a date. But anyway, now tell me, 2 shocks I know you experienced very early on. One was that you went into the camera run that actually surrounds the house. So you got to see what our cameramen see looking into the house.
Yes.
What was it like?
It was very strange, especially because Blair came up very close at one point and I just wanted to tap on the window and go, Blair, hi, my God, it's amazing out here, just you wait kind of thing, but you can't talk to them. It's very frustrating.
Now, I know another thing that shocked you was just how incredible our infrared cameras are and what we can see in the bedrooms. How did you feel when you saw some of that footage?
I thought it was really good. I didn't realise how clear everything would be, and I think that, yeah, it's just made the show amazing at the moment.
That was a very diplomatic answer. How did you feel? Did you just look at that and think, oh, what has Australia seen?
No, because I was pretty much there and I knew that going on the show I was taking a risk, exposing myself completely. So, no, I was pretty much fine with all that.
What about family? How are they?
Oh, they're great. I think they're a bit shell-shocked. Like I've said a few times, when I told them I was going on the show, they just thought it was just going to be some little thing, and I don't think they realised how huge it was going to be. So they're coping with it very well.
And what about your adopted brother? Have you heard any... Well, he's not your adopted brother. He is your brother. Have you heard any news of his whereabouts?
No, there's no news so far. The whole point is he doesn't know he's my brother. I don't think his parents ever told him that he had a sister out there, so that's very strange. He could be watching this right now and not even realise it.
You have to wait for fate.
Yes.
Now, one other event that we must talk about is, of course, your relationship with Peter. Have you caught up with Peter?
We've spoken briefly on the phone, but that's pretty much it at the moment. We're just both very busy. He's still riding the wave, so yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
Do you feel like that might be a relationship that existed in the house, but this is a completely different world and a different Christina now?
Yeah, in the real world there are a lot of distractions, so that might make things a little bit more difficult, at least in there. You know, I'm not waiting by the phone and I'm not doing all those kind of things that normally happen when you're trying to have a relationship with somebody, so we'll see how that works out.
Can you stay with us to answer a couple more questions after the break?
Yes.
Great, because we will also be joined by one of our resident psychologists, Dr. Bob Montgomery. But before we go, come in close. I think I know who might win. I've just picked up some hot tips from a few people who actually used to live with the final 3 housemates.
Two people in contention. Bum Dancing Bunny Ears, I think, will probably win because everyone seems to love her. But unfortunately, Ben really deserves to. He has got the most beautiful heart, the nicest guy I have met in a very long time.
I obviously want Sarah Marie to win because she's honest, she's being herself in the show, and she's a great role model to everyone. I think she's fantastic.
Sarah Marie must win the show because she's added the most content, had the most fun, and made you laugh more often than anyone else in the entire house, including me.
I'd like to see one of the boys win. I think Blair's got the advantage though. He's got the young girls and they don't pay their own phone bills. Mum and Dad pay theirs. I think he's got the advantage here, definitely.
This Monday night, there can only be one winner, and it's got to be Benny!
She's watching you.
Sarah Marie, I think you're going to win, but I'd like the person who's going to give most of his money to charity to win, and that's Ben.
I've got my fingers crossed for Blair because he was a really good mate to me while I was in the house, and he always makes me laugh because he's such an idiot.
I would really like Sarah Marie to win because she really is a good girl and she's funny, and she took me away from the cameras while I was in the house, and I think she's a really, really special person.
So go Sarah Marie.
I'd like to see Blair win Big Brother. I think Blair's contributed to the house. He showed a wide range of emotions, and I think he would do good things with the money.
Christina is still with me, and snuggling up to her on the couch is the smoothest man in psychology, Dr. Bob Montgomery from Bond University. Welcome.
Gretel.
Now tell me, Christina, what's your tip for the winner?
I'm hoping very much that Sarah Marie will win, obviously.
And what are you thinking, Dr. Bob?
I think it's line ball between Ben and Sarah Marie. That would be my guess.
Right.
There's different groups out there voting for different reasons. There's the adolescent schoolgirl vote. They'll go for Blair.
Yes.
There's all us nice Aussies who like the digger. That's Ben. He's the person you'd recast in Gallipoli for the umpteenth time. But Sarah Marie, I think Sarah Marie catches people's imagination as someone who's willing to be herself and say, to hell with you, and most of us would like to be like that.
Yes.
One of the feelings I got watching you in the house, Christina, was that you were being brave. Were you?
Yes, I was a lot of the time. I found the situation very intimidating with a group of 11 strangers who are very much out there, and I found it hard to form relationships.
And yet, amongst your friends, you are probably the extrovert, would you say?
Yeah, they described me as outrageous and funny and all of that kind of thing. They said they were watching the show going, come on, Christina, you know, get out there, be yourself. But I just found it very intimidating. I mean, I was pretty much full of anxiety because every week I thought I was going to be leaving because my name kept coming up. So that was my problem most of the time, and wondering why my name kept coming up. For the other individuals, I'm not sure how it was, but that was my struggle.
That's got to reinforce your concern about the other people in the house, hasn't it? I keep winding up on the list. So what is it I'm doing that these guys don't like? You want to remember, as Christina just put it, is a bunch of strangers shoved in a house, locked away. What do? It's a whole body of research called bystander non-intervention.
Say that again. Bystander
non-intervention. This is your trivia quiz for the night.
For the weekend. Yep.
It's why will a bunch of people stand by and say, watch someone drown, and no one does anything? And we've researched that, and the answer is no one knows what to do for sure. There's no guidelines, there's no established pattern, so we watch everyone else for cues. There's an instant social norm. The instant social norm is we'll stand here and do nothing, so we'll all stand here and do nothing. Shove them all in the house, what do? Well, what I was struck by, as soon as everyone was asking, you be nice to everyone else. And boy, was it an instant social norm for being nice to everyone else, and a lot of pressure to do that without necessarily having a feeling behind it. I think that would be difficult.
Now, another surprise, of course, is coming out of the house, and yet another one will be for the person who wins. What sort of psychological pressure is that going to be?
Pressure leading up to it's got to be getting intense. I would be predicting some disturbed sleep for the next couple of nights in there. It's got to be really difficult. I'm in sight of the finish line. I might win, but I might lose. The tension's on.
And what about coming second?
That second place getter is the person who's going to have the hardest time. It's like you're 2 minutes late for your plane, you'll fume. If only the taxi had gone faster, if we hadn't got that red light, I was that close. If you're 2 hours late for your plane, it's, well, I was never going to make it anyway. So second place getter, until they're aware of just how many good things are waiting for them out here, I would think that's going to be a really hard kick in the teeth.
And of course, the other hard kick is going to be for all of us who've been watching the show every night. Do you think Australia's going to have post-holiday blues?
My impression is that one of the reasons the show has been so popular is it's almost an extension of soap. Now, people watch soap because we know it's a bit exaggerated, but it's ordinary people and it's ordinary. I could almost identify with this. It's a bit over the top, but I could almost... But this is ordinary. Sorry, this is ordinary people. These are real people. However much people say that situation's unreal, and of course it was, these were real people, and you could see real relationships unfolding. Very good example of straight social psychology. And if you've been sitting out there buying into this, and all of a sudden your instant friends are going to go away and go away forever, I should think there'll be some people out there who'll miss Christina and all the others.
Yeah. Oh, we're all going to be in for changes, aren't we?
Yeah.
Christina, all the very best. We will be seeing you in some surprise things, I would imagine, all through the future. So good luck with all of it.
Thank you.
And Dr. Bob, thank you once again for joining us.
Welcome.
We love your wisdom. We will be back after the break with all the latest events from the house. But we can't go without showing one of Ballerina's little adventures from this week. She met up with a red-blooded housemate she'd been dearly missing.
I've been enjoying catching up with all my former housemates, and I think you can guess the one I miss the most. He's right here in the quarantine area of Dreamworld. There he is. Hi, Roger the Rooster, how are you going? Oh, we miss you so much in the house. All the hens really miss you, but, you know, they were picking on you too much, so we had to separate you, but you're much better in here. He's gotten so big, I think they've been putting him on the roids. Meanwhile, in another pen, I'm here with the Big Brother bully girls. These ladies have Roger evicted from the house, and none of us were very happy about it. What have you got to say for yourself? Not a lot, apparently, but at least now they can all live in peace and get on with their lives.
Sarah Marie has to win because she's shaped like me and she's lots of fun.
We want Sarah Marie to win because she's got balls and guts.
She's got boobs like mine and a bum like mine and she rocks.
She's really funny.
Because she's mad.
I think Ben should win because he's a real stud muffin.
Go Ben! Go Ben!
I think it's going to be Ben because all the girls go for him.
He just seems a really nice guy.
Well, I think Blair will win.
I'd love Blair to win because I've got 3 sons and he loves his mum.
Go Blair!
It's radical.
Did you see Blair in the bar? Yeah, baby, he's got to win. Go Sarah Marie!
She's the ultimate Australian woman.
Well, by the sounds of that, we are in for 2 incredibly close final evictions. We'll show you how close later in the show. And you know, with so few days left, I'm starting to savour every minute of footage from the house. We may be suffering withdrawal pains this time next week, so let's all sit back and enjoy our update of house life in the past 24 hours.
Yours, Ben, I think.
Okay.
We're all happy. We're all happy.
Oh my God. 2 or 3.
Is that real? Is that really real? Are you real? Is that all that's left?
3 days to go, and the ongoing task of reminding the housemates of life in the real world today involves cleaning up the house so they can get their bond back.
Hi, Big Brother.
Hello, Ben. Hello, Sarah Marie.
Why have you got the cleaning stuff out?
Because we have to clean.
Do you reckon?
Oh, Anne. Ben, you want to mop there as well? Dunny brush holder down. Pretty quickly.
The housemates have also been given the careers section of a newspaper. They have to find a job, prepare for and attend a mock job interview.
Do you like graphic design, Sam?
No, I hate anything to do with computers. I'm just going to be a nanny.
Ben has found a position that takes his fancy as a hairdresser.
Dear Sir or Madam, I'm writing this to you because I wish to further my career in hairdressing. I have many years' experience and I think the best way to be a hairdresser is to lead by example by cutting your own hair. I do not care about customer satisfaction or the type of styles that they request. I just cut how I feel like. Hope you give me the chance to better myself in your salon. Best regards, Ben.
Okay, and I believe you've brought a few references today.
Yeah, I have. Okay. Ben has now been cutting and colouring my hair for 6 years, and in this time my hair has fallen out only twice from the colour, and he has only cut my ears 7 times. He is a lovely person. I wish him the best and follow him to any salon he works at. See, that's a satisfied customer.
Sarah Marie is applying for a job as a nanny. Big Brother asks her to explain why she is right for the job.
Because I'm very, very vibrant, and I've got a lot of energy for kids and a lot of patience and time, and I like doing little songs and clappy clappies and doing all crazy things, and I can even make Play-Doh and play lots of games with kids all day, and I will never get sick of them. That's a quick little chat. Cookies! And they'll love me, because I'll just talk like money to them.
Blair is applying for a position he's found as a beauty massage therapist.
I am an energetic, hard-working and reliable 20-year-old. My skills in the beauty and massage therapy industry are extensive, as I have been made to constantly massage and groom family and friends since the ripe age of 12. If I am to be a successful applicant, my enthusiasm and capability will be second to none. And this one's from Ben, another client. I thoroughly recommend Blair for a position in massage. I only recommend him because I'm a person who likes to be in pain and have severe back and muscular spasms very regularly. He graduated from Dodgy Brothers Massage School, and I still have no idea why he cripples me.
At the end of the day, the housemates are reintroduced to TV with a sneak preview of Ten's new show, The Secret Life of Us.
What is this?
It's a lock stock. The Secret Life of Us. That was fantastic. Evan Samuel Johnson. He's a corker. What was the name of?
I thought it was Cheryl Lee.
Well, that was great, wasn't it? That was good.
That was such a good movie.
And the pressure of these final days has inspired the crew from Triple M's Club Veg. They've squeezed their strange brains into a new Big Brother song about the last 3 players left in the house.
Then there were 3, Benny, Blair and Sarah Marie. So soon we'll see who's gonna be the one to beat the other. The final 3 put through the ringer. Rabbit ears and fish fingers. Goon and Rusky pick the winner for Big Brother. Ben is talking in the night. He wakes up with such a fright. Where's the chicken? Is it alright? Sam got smashed and had a snack. Sounded like a mass attack. Will she bum dance out on her ass? Do we still love her?
They've done it again. Now, Ben knows that even the greatest players can choke under pressure. But in this game, the fans are in control. His fate is in your hands. To vote Ben off, dial 1902 555 010. Calls cost 55 cents, including GST. Voting closes at 8 p.m. tomorrow night. We'll give you the other voting numbers later in the show. After the break, we cross to England and talk to the British Big Brother.
Everybody wants to be free. Everybody wants more things. Everybody wants to feel the pain. What a whole lot of money's gonna bring. Everybody wants their name on the guest list. Everybody wants to get in free. Everybody wants complete fatality.
The final eviction in each country is always different, but some things remain the same. It is always a moment of incredible emotional excitement, and the whole nation stops to watch it. We are 2 days from the end of our first Big Brother. Over in England, they are on day 51 of their second series. They've evicted 4 housemates so far, with 6 to go. And I'm about to talk to the English Big Brother, their executive producer, Conrad Green. Conrad, welcome.
Hi, Gretel, how are you?
I'm very well. Now, Conrad, you are the Big Brother. You're actually the voice of Big Brother?
I'm occasionally the voice of Big Brother. I'm only the voice of Big Brother if someone's in deep trouble, though. Otherwise, it's our producers, yeah.
Now, what week are you up to in this series?
We're in the middle of week 7, so we've got basically 2 weeks left at the end of this week.
Because you start with only 10 people in your show?
We only have 9 weeks in the UK and 10 people, so it's a shorter experience than in the other countries.
What's happened to your housemates from the first series? Have any of them gone on to become big stars?
A lot of... all the people who were in the first series have actually gone on to do other things. Craig's a television presenter, he's using his building skills.
He's the one who won, isn't he?
Nick Craig's the one who won. Nick's written a book, he's written some articles, and he's presented TV shows, and as far as I know, he's even looking at branching into acting. There's also Anna, who's now presenting 2 TV shows, one of them with the host of our British show, Davina McCall. So it's like life imitating art. Melanie's been writing for Marie Claire over here and has presented a show. So a lot of them are doing things. I think one of the most touching stories is actually that of Tom, who is having a baby with Claire. Now, when they were in the house, nothing happened between them. But when they left the house, they fell in love and they're having a kid together. So I think almost everything that could happen to the people who've been in the house has now happened to them.
And do you find that your audience is actively comparing the housemates from the first series with the housemates you have now? Are they the same, more exciting? What's their reaction?
The comparisons between the people in this series and the people in last series have been remarkably few, actually. I expected there to be a lot of, oh, it's not as good as the last time. But I think both the audience and the newspapers and everyone has sort of said, well, let's look at this as a fresh series and let's look at it anew. And there hasn't been an awful lot of comparison back to the last series.
Well, surely your housemates must be more cluey this time round as to how to play the game. Have you noticed that, Conrad?
I think the single hardest thing with this series is trying to deal with the fact that they really understand what's going on. One of the rules we made this time is they're not allowed to discuss the last series, and if you do another series in Australia, I'd advise you to do the same. It really helps because it makes them feel like it's their own experience in the house and they're not sitting there and saying, oh, this is where Nick did that or that's where Mel was. They start thinking, well, no, this is our house and we don't want to talk about the last experience, and it helps everyone focus on the new experience. But they're very aware of being on television, they're very aware of how they're being presented, they're very aware of how to talk in the diary room, so we've had to be quite clever in the kind of tasks we put in the house and things to try and make them be a bit more open.
And in your show, are there any romances going on? Are there any shenanigans going on at night?
No, when the housemates this time, there hasn't been really any romantic involvement, although just today we've started to get what looks like potentially a blossoming romance. And it's been all over the front pages and newspapers and everyone's very excited about it, between Helen and Paul. But what's interesting with those two is I think they're just having fun with each other, they're just having a flirt and a laugh.
I can see your housemates on the monitors in the background there. What have they been up to today?
In the house today, we've set a task for them where they've got to paint a group painting, a group portrait of each other. So they've got 12 hours from start to finish to pose, paint and deliver us a portrait. It's just a little task to tide them over until tomorrow, because I think tomorrow it's going to be pretty manic.
Why? What's tomorrow?
It's eviction day tomorrow. Helen's up against Josh, and so we want to give them something to fill up the time so they don't have to ponder on it too much.
Reading through your website, it appears to me that the boys and girls have separate bedrooms. Is that so?
Oh, yeah. The boys and girls both chose to have separate bedrooms. Why? Have they got mixed bedrooms in Australia?
Yes, from the word go.
And did they choose that?
Yes, there was absolutely no thought of having boy-girls separate bedrooms.
Well, you see, us English, you know how very formal we are.
Yes, I know. Bunch of prudes, famous for it. And do you have a huge eviction with a big live audience?
Yeah, we've got an enormous eviction night and audience planned. A few of the details of it are top secret at the moment, but yeah, we're expecting to make it spectacular.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for your time, Conrad, and good luck with the rest of the show. Oh, it makes you excited about another series here, doesn't it? But we've got some important eviction business to deal with before we go there. Sleeping Beauty Blair has been nominated twice, and the highest vote he's ever scored is 13%. But he's never faced the combined popularity of Ben and Sarah Marie before. To vote Blair out of the house, dial 1902 555 012. We'll be back with all the highlights from the final week in the house, and I know one lady who'll be sticking around to watch that. She is so addicted to Big Brother, she interrupted the biggest day of her life to catch Chrissy's eviction. It's time to go. Christina.
Sadly, Big Brother is coming to an end. So we're having a special 2-hour reunion to celebrate. Gretel and all the housemates will be here, as well as a huge lineup of stars. It will be a very special edition of Rove Live, 8:30 Tuesday on 10.
Welcome back to Big Brother. We've reached the end of the last week in the house, with the three amigos up to their usual antics, laughing at each other, annoying each other, and thinking more and more about what waits for them this weekend. The scene was set on last Sunday's eviction night, when Ben and Sarah Marie found out they will be joining Blair right till the very end.
It's time to go. Sarah Marie. Christina.
Bye, everybody. Bye. I'm gone.
This week, Christina became the 11th housemate to leave the...
Yeah, I will. Okay, bye.
We'll take it.
Hi. Hi, Phil.
Oh my God, I'm left with you two!
To Blair, thank you for a wonderful time the first few weeks. You were so funny and such a great friend to me. To Ben, thank you for helping to bring me out of myself. Just one more time before I go, I'll do this face for you because I know you like it so much.
Lizard face.
Anyway, I know that was really attractive, but I know you like it, so whatever. To Sarah Marie, you have been my best friend this whole time. I just think you're the most wonderful person.
A midnight snack turned into a midnight argument.
Sorry.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why did you eat that in here?
Because I was lonely.
So there are two people trying to sleep.
Yeah. Because you said there was no timetable anymore.
There's no timetable, but you think there'd be a little bit of decency involved.
Sarah Marie made good her pledge to go skinny dipping every day if she stayed.
You want to do it?
Ben took his turn at disturbing the housemates' sleep.
Where's the chicken? Where's the chicken?
Are you serious? Ben, what are you doing?
Where's the chicken?
What do you mean?
The last chicken.
What?
The last chicken.
The last chicken what?
Where is it?
What are you talking about?
I've got the chicken left.
The what left?
Chicken, you know.
You're sleep talking.
Am I?
I can't wait to tell Blair.
Mick happy in the morning.
Each housemate recorded a video diary of their final week.
First thing in the day, what I normally do, I normally go and have a shower. I'm not too smart, so I get up after the hot water's on. So I have the pain of having a cold shower and never a hot shower.
Sometimes I just like singing just for singing, and then other times, can I go like that?
No, because it's kung fu.
Kung fu. Sometimes I just like.
1, 2, 3, 4. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are grey. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
Are you gonna have a bath?
Yep.
In that little tub?
Huh?
In that tub?
Yep.
Blair took to bathing in the laundry tub.
Nice and warm. Oh, yeah. Hey.
Oops, sorry.
Don't you dare, you moron. I can see it brewing in your mind.
What?
Don't you dare. My mic's there.
Like you told me.
The week ended with Big Brother serving the same dinner they'd had when they first entered the house.
Look at it.
Oh,
Yes.
Can't believe all these people have been here.
I can't believe they're going to all the trouble of putting all the places for everyone.
How could they?
3 months ago we had this.
I'm getting all nervous.
So am I. This is like deja vu.
It was a night of memories. And in 2 days' time, that house will be empty, unless they refuse to leave. Now, we know from our eviction shows that Sarah Marie has a mad bunny army voting to keep her in. But are they strong enough to take her right to the finish? To stand in their way, vote for Sarah Marie's eviction on 1902 555 011. When we return, Sammy Lucas wonders what we'll all do with our lives after Big Brother, and we get the hot goss on Gordon and Anita's off-screen antics.
Andy, Shana, Todd, Gordon, Lisa, Peter, Anita, Johnny, Gemma, Christina.
For the last 3 months, you've determined the fate of 13 strangers. Now, over 2 big nights, you get to decide who will win, who will lose. It's all up to you. Stay home, Australia. 3 housemates, but only 1 winner. Direct from the house. Big Brother Live.
In the week before the footy grand final, the media goes mad, and it's no different with Big Brother. Let's put on the boots and go for a kick around the paddock of media gush, gossip and crazy talk this week. Gordon and Anita spotting is fast becoming the nation's new favourite pastime. The former housemates have been seen getting very cosy during a string of public appearances. NW magazine has even dubbed Flash Pash Gordon, while the Sunday Telegraph spied the couple sharing one of the most intimate of leisure activities known to men and women, shopping together for clothes. New Idea ran an article with Gordon and Gordon's girlfriend Monica. They blame Big Bad Brother for placing their relationship under intense pressure. Well, I have the scoop. I phoned Flash myself and got the goss straight from the donkey's mouth. He told me he thought Anita was a really great girl and she is his preferred partner when visiting Sydney, but nothing is going on between them. It's just that unique Big Brother bond carrying on into the outside world. And here's one we suspected was coming. After saying goodbye to Big Brother, she has said hello to Hayes' sister. Yes, our blonde bombshell is the face of the new underwear campaign. Gemma is rumoured to have signed a 6-figure contract as part of the lucrative underwear deal. Now, since the Big Brother housemates took those first baby steps and entered the house, the press clippings have piled higher and higher. It's become the #1 topic of conversation around the nation. These articles are this week's alone. The ritual of eviction night is perhaps best summed up by the Sunday Telegraph, who wrote, "It has been swift, brutal and sometimes heartbreaking. There have been winners and losers, heroes and villains, blood, sweat and tears." And overseas, a bizarre chain of events has rocked the start of the second series of Big Brother in the United States. A housemate has been evicted after he held a knife to a female housemate and said he was going to slash her throat. The pair had been kissing earlier. The male housemate insisted he'd only been joking. Couldn't imagine our Ben or Blair pulling something like that, could you? And Blair and Sarah Marie have kept the country asking, are they or aren't they in love? NW magazine is smitten with the couple, but after their constant displays of cutesy affection, the mag has a message for them. Go get a room. Christina Ballerina was in a spin all week from the huge amount of publicity from her eviction. She told Rove she would do a few things differently if she was called upon for an encore.
And I'm sick to death of the clothes I was wearing in the house. I pretty much only packed for 2 weeks. I didn't expect to be there for that long.
And even the nation's politicians are trapped in the tangled web of Big Brother. Federal opposition leader Kim Beazley is one of them.
7 backflips on taxation policy over the course of the last 12 months. This is not a government. It's an episode of Big Brother.
Parliament is the only other show on TV where we get to vote people out. Pity it's not once a week. OK, I've got some special guests with me now. It is always a pleasure to have our roving reporter Sammy Lucas back at home base. And with her is a cute new face, Samuel Johnson from the brand new Channel 10 drama series, The Secret Life of Us.
Did you see his face then?
Did it go
hilarious.
cuter?
Yeah,
No.
definitely did.
It's a bit sexist, sorry about that.
That's okay, Gretel.
But why not? It's our turn, don't you think? Now, you're in this show, The Secret Life of Us, which is all about 20 to early 30-year-olds living in a block of apartments, isn't it?
It is.
And, of course, we've got our 20 to 30-year-olds living in the Big Brother house.
Yeah, we get to go outside the house, though. We're lucky in that way, yeah.
Now, some people have said to me that it's interesting to see how people of this age group actually interact, as though, whoa, I didn't know these species existed.
Oh, definitely, and there's so many characters on the show that everyone relates to. They are real people, and I think we all know someone like them, so we're therefore interested in,
I guess that, for example, the fact that in Australia the boys and the girls have shared the bedrooms in the Big Brother house. That's the first time in the world that has actually happened.
Not that it really benefited us, did it? Because not much action happened.
Oh, poor
surprisingly. Well, that's surprising. That's what you'd expect for that age group and amounts of alcohol and isolation. You'd expect a bit more. I was expecting a few more relationships, a bit more intimacy.
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? Because people talk about how the 20-year-olds and the 30-year-olds are so individual and they're just out there being who they are. And I have to say, I was surprised at how conservative these guys are. As a spokesperson for your generation, do you feel that you're all a bunch of prudes?
No, I reckon you'd become a little bit more conservative with all those cameras on you. I mean, there'd be a lot of stuff that goes on or that would have gone on in these people's lives that doesn't actually make it into the house. Kind of getting out and having sex in public and all that kind of stuff. I think the
don't hold back. I wanted to tell us what you really think.
You're showing off now.
No,
you wanted him to be the voice of the generation. Listen to him.
No, I do think that with that many cameras on you and being stuck in the one place, that you'd be a little bit more conservative.
Well, this is in stark contrast to the people in your show, because they're all running around having sex with each other and backstabbing, aren't they?
Yeah,
so what's more real?
Bad.
Your show, your drama, or our reality TV? I wonder what's more real.
You've got real people on Big Brother, but they're in a very unreal situation.
Good point.
So I think you can only take the reality angle so far when you've got the rules and the restrictions as well.
Did you look at any of the guys in the show and perhaps draw some inspiration
from our characters?
Well, you're obviously
part Blair, part Ben.
Oh,
part Gordon.
Johnny.
That's
part Gordon.
Part Gordon, yeah.
No, not that part. Not that part.
We can only hope.
Well, of course, the big question now is, what is everyone going to do with Big Brother coming off the television in a couple of days?
How are you going to cope?
Well, I'll see how I go, but I think I might have to seek therapy.
You wouldn't be the only one.
Well, we're having therapy in my local church hall.
Yeah.
Yes, every night at 7.
I think the therapy business is going to boom.
Well, you have been out in the field talking to people and asking them how they're going to cope.
And people are devastated, Gretel. I've talked to people on the street. I've talked to crew, of course, because it's been a huge part of your life and everyone who works on the show as well, and a few celebs who are addicted to the show.
All right, let's take a look.
You came from Perth just for tonight, so you guys are serious Die-Hard fans.
We are Die-Hard.
You know it's almost finished though.
I know.
It's almost finished.
I know.
What will you do when it's over?
Can't wait for Big Brother 2.
Can't wait for Big Brother. You're already thinking about Big Brother 2.
I think I feel like there'll be a void inside me.
Yes, I know how you're feeling. There'll be a void inside you.
Definitely.
You'll be lost. You'll be searching in the television wilderness.
For something.
For something. For the next Big Brother.
For the next Big Brother, definitely.
Do you think you'll need counselling?
Yeah.
Therapy?
Yeah.
Big Brother support group?
Yeah.
See you there.
Seriously.
So you're not going to be able to see Blair every time you turn on the telly or every time you log onto the website. How will you cope?
I won't.
No more Blair?
No. Gonna have to stalk him.
Blair?
I know where he lives and go up to his house.
How addicted are you?
Very addicted, yeah.
What will you do next week when the show's over?
I don't know what to do with every evening at 7 o'clock. I don't know.
You'll just be sitting at home watching a blank television screen?
Exactly, probably crying. I'm devastated. Devastated. We've got a Sunday tradition. My mum cooks roast, we watch Big Brother.
What will you be doing on Sunday nights after next week?
I don't know, trying to find an alternative. Something to fill the void in your life that was Big Brother.
And how will our fearless Big Brother crew survive after Monday night?
So, Jezzy, you've been living with these guys day in, day out. Do you think you can live without them?
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I've actually advertised for 11 new flatmates in my own house, so keep me occupied.
What's wrong with you? Has this not taught you anything about flatmates?
No, they're just fantastic. We're going to miss them so much.
You've spent so many hours looking down the lens there at them. Do you think you're going to miss these guys next week?
Yes, I will. Like, I go home, I dream about them.
Already?
Yeah, already. You know, quite often I can't sleep because I think of Andy or Sarah Marie or whatever.
Always the girls, hey?
Yeah.
Cool. I tell you what, though, I think you're going to be the only man who could spend 6 weeks on the Gold Coast and go home without a tan. I'm in Melbourne on the set of Neighbours, just to prove it. Look, Lou's place over there. We've got Lassiter's here. There's the coffee shop.
I've heard 2 of the Neighbours' heartthrobs are in here taking a break from a very messy food fight.
How serious is your addiction?
Yeah, it's not too bad actually.
Yeah? It's under control.
It's I'm actually that addicted that I've set up my own Big Brother at home. Yeah, just a whole lot of video cameras just kind of pointed at me. I live by myself. I'm actually the other night I caught myself reading.
Yeah, you're it now.
No comment.
Ryan showers with his undies on too, though. It's all right.
Now, you know that the only reason Ben went on Big Brother was because he's such a huge fan of Flick. And he thought, being a Channel 10 show, one day he might get to meet Flick. I've actually got his phone number here, and I wondered if you could pass it on to Holly for him. He'd be forever grateful. Yeah? Just good luck, Ben. Put in a good word.
Monday night's
the last show. Have you got big plans?
I haven't got any plans, but now you've told me I can make some plans.
I hear a rumour Krista Vendy's having a party.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, everybody's going.
Thanks for inviting me, Krista.
Rove, I believe you're already suffering some severe Big Brother withdrawal symptoms.
Over here.
Ah! So you're not a cardboard cutout?
No, I'm not as two-dimensional as people would think.
Do you seriously have withdrawals, though?
I'm getting there. I'm trying to be strong.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want the troops to worry, but, you know, quietly concerned that we are getting down to just a few now.
I've got a number of a support group I'll give you later. So
that'd be great if you
you
wouldn't
get
mind.
that.
You know, it's just a high pollen count today. That's all it is.
Bert Newton, has the show affected you at all?
Not at all. Not in the slightest, Sandy.
It is definitely your shade of lip gloss, though.
Well, yeah, that's what Gemma reckoned too.
How are you going to cope on the final night? Big party planned?
Big party planned. All my friends are going to be around, so the 3 of us should have a wonderful night.
Well, one thing, of course, everybody can do is watch your show, Samuel Johnson.
Yes, they can, and they're more than welcome to. I think we've got big shoes to fill, but hopefully we'll come through.
Can it fill the void?
It's a big void to fill, you know. I really hope so, but yeah, let's hope so.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Gretel.
And Samuel Lucas, thank you for all of your effort and fabulous work during this series.
Thanks, Gretel. I've had a ball.
Great. Okay, another big question. Have you voted yet? Have you voted again, just to be sure? Just look at how the votes are standing right now. With 2 of the housemates this closely matched, a handful of calls could be the difference between someone staying in or leaving home. To evict Ben, phone 1902 555 010. For Sarah Marie, dial 1902 555 011. Or for Blair, call 1902 555 012. This show has been full of shocks and surprises right from the start of the series. As we reach the climax, I can tell you Big Brother's sleeves are still stuffed with tricks. The next 2 nights are about more than evictions, about more than crowning winners. There'll be emotional, fun-filled celebrations of 14 ordinary people who dared to live their lives on television. They made us laugh and cry. They made us angry. They shared their feelings with us, and we shared our feelings with them via the voting lines. You've still got a few more big decisions to make, whittling the final 3 down to 1. It all starts here on the eviction stage, live tomorrow night from 7:30 p.m. I'm Gretel Killeen. This is Big Brother. We'll say goodnight with some of the highlights from our very happy Saturday nights on the couch. With me, you, and Big Brother.
Everybody wants to be famous.
I cannot believe the ballerina is falling for Pete. He is going to rip her heart out, put her on a stick and have it with a big onion ring.
The whole country's turning around on Sarah Marie. At first she was like, she's too much, but now she's too much.
And isn't it fabulous?
Yeah. Everybody wants to have you.
Everyone has been so great. The reception has been brilliant.
Well, she's so gorgeous, so sweet, so nice. You just want to slap her.
I think you got a couple of fans here.
I think there's a few fans out there, definitely, yeah.
Competition is tough, but I've got the curls, I've got the eyeliner, and I think if I just apply a little more lip gloss, I could be in with a chance.
Whether it's the one from Shanghai London.
Since it's a Channel 10 thing, he thought it was his big chance to meet Flick off.
So he's a neighbour's nut.
Individual. Everybody else is too.
Is he smirking at me?
I wanna be idiot free. Out of here with you.
Run! While you still can.
Get away.
All I wanna be is idiot free.
I'm having a ball. It's a roller coaster. I'm going with the ride.
I noticed that her bum crack is that way from sitting on the fence.
It was like I'd stepped onto the wrong side of the television screen. That was a spin out.
Cause everybody's locked in too much shot to ever think about what they don't want you to know.
Poor girls. I'm their only human contact from the outside world.
Individual.
Someone was asking you, who taught you that new dance? Oh, Sarah Marie from Big Brother.
Which celebrity did Johnny appear with on a float during one of Sydney's... Yes?
Gretel Colleen.
That's correct. Gay and lesbian Mardi Gras, but I'm a heterosexual. All right.
But really, I think if I would have started from the beginning, I think it was in the bag.
They're amazing. That's a very short song.
Dreamworld, the home of Big Brother.